Well, hi, and welcome to Talk About It Tuesday, or welcome to VA Careers Live. My name is Mike Owens, and I'm a national recruiter with the Veterans Health Administration, as well as your host for our weekly segment, Talk About It Tuesday. Now, as always, if you're tuning in for the first time, I want to let you, first of all, I want to say welcome, and I want to let you know that we are here every Tuesday at 12 noon Eastern Time, so feel free to grab a snack, grab something to drink, and join us as we talk about careers here at VA. Now, whether you've been here, if today is your first time, or you've been here with us for the last 3 years, again, we want you to be part of our program. So feel free to leave any questions and comments in the comment section below. Our team and I will go through those comments and questions throughout the day and throughout the week to make sure that all your comments are addressed and all your questions are answered. And on some broadcasts, your question may be featured at the end of the live broadcast. So again, don't be shy. Be part of the broadcast. We love your input. We love your feedback. We love your questions. We love your tips that you leave us. So again, feel free. Don't be shy. Leave those comments in the section, and we make sure that we go through those to address every question and every comment. Also, we all know someone who wants to work here at VA, or we all know someone who needs this information that's being offered. So don't be shy with clicking that share button. We have 2 hashtags that are associated with this broadcast. One is hashtag VA Careers. Again, hashtag VA Careers. And the other one is hashtag Work at VA. So again, we don't like shyness on this broadcast. So 1, leave those comments and questions below. And 2, hit that share button using our 2 hashtags that I just talked about. So with that being said, I have some housekeeping stuff I want to talk about today. So we have another birthday on the horizon. All right. Yes, we have another birthday horizon. One of my producers, Ashley, today is her birthday, and I just want to take this time to wish her a happy birthday. And the reason I do this, because you guys see me, or you see Tim and you see Kendra, but there are a lot of things that go on in the background that you don't see to make us look good. And so I definitely would not want to go without making sure I recognize them when I can. So Ashley, happy birthday. And if you all have a second in the comment section, go ahead and wish Ashley a happy birthday. And Ashley, she may want to take all week to celebrate her birthday. So if you have any great ideas that she can do this week to celebrate her birthday, go ahead and put those in the comment section too. So once again, happy birthday, Ashley. And I hope that this birthday is the best ever. All right. Now, with that being said, we're going to go to our broadcast today. So we always talk about the great benefits that we have here at VA. And today we're going to talk about a good one. We're going to talk about our Specialty Education Loan Repayment Program. Again, that's our Specialty Education Loan Repayment Program, or SELRP. Now, I'm not going to talk about it. I have an awesome guest that's going to talk about it today. So my guest today, he works under VHA in the Scholarships and Clinical Education Office. He serves as the manager of the Specialty Education Loan Repayment Program, or SELRP. He's retired from the Air Force. Go Air Force. I'm also retired from the Air Force, so it's good to have that in common. And he's from the great state of Indiana. So without further ado, I want to bring to the stage Mr. Rodney Back. How are you, sir?
Good, Michael. How you doing, buddy?
Good. I'm doing well. How's the weather out there where you're living?
It is cooling off quickly. We've been in the 90s here recently, but it's been dry. And they're saying that here by the end of the week, our high will struggle to get out of the 60s. So we'll see what happens.
Whoa, I'm jealous. I am jealous. Today they're talking about more triple digit temperatures here in New Orleans. So, but good to have you on. So, are you ready for our interview today?
Sure.
So the first question I have for you. So I know we talked about you being the SELRP program manager, but let's go back a little bit. How did you first come to work at VA?
Well, I started off, I was a contractor working for the U.S. Office of Personnel Management. I was one of those guys that went around and did the background investigations for national security. And so I was retained by those folks, but I was a contractor.
Okay.
And I want to say it was probably around 2013, I guess, the federal government shut down and all my work dried up, but what work that was available out there went to employees. And so I got to thinking, man, I need to get a real job, one with great benefits and one with another purpose, and working with excellent people, great benefits, and has a purpose, a real purpose similar to what I was doing as a special investigator. And that led me to the VA. So like 9 years ago, this past July, I started working as an HR specialist up in Detroit. And that's how I started my VA career. And of course, and what was really cool was with OPM, I mean, I was an HR guy with a badge. I mean, how cool is that?
Right. So yeah, it's funny how we all have those moments where we realize, yep, I have to get a real job now. So,
yeah, can I get a real job?
So that's awesome. So as I mentioned earlier, you serve as the program manager for the Specialty Education Loan Repayment Program. So can you tell us a little bit about your current role?
Sure. As you know, Mike, I've got the greatest job in the whole wide world. I think. I mean, who else for the VA works, or anywhere for that matter of fact, gives away money?
Right.
And so under the Specialty Education Loan Repayment Program, I give away pretty much money for physicians who are still in residency or fellowships that the VA desires. I'll give them $40,000 a year while they're still in residency training to help pay down med school debt.
Oh wow, that's awesome. You know, that probably tickled some ears when you said that you like to give away money. So just remember, guys, Rodney is the money man over here at the VA. So if you're a physician and you're interested in the VA, just make sure you stay along and listen to this program. So I know. Again, you're a program manager for the SLRP program. Can you tell our viewers a little bit more about the program? Just more general synopsis of what the program is.
So the Specialty Education Loan Repayment Program is relatively new. It's only been around for a couple of years. Okay. It was brought about by the Mission Act, and essentially the way it's organized and set up is to again. If a physician or a resident who is still in training has medical school debt, we can give them money to help pay down that debt, and in return, then they come work for us for however many years. So if I give them, so the interesting part about SELRP is that you can apply early. But if you keep putting it off, then you're going to be missing out on more money. And so therefore, an individual that is in their first year of residency and they have a 4-year residency, that individual can get up to $160,000 to apply towards med school debt. Where if that individual waits until their final year to apply, they're not eligible for the program.
Oh, okay. Awesome. That's good information. So I hope if I have anyone that's in residency watching, you're really writing this stuff down. So again, it sounds like a great program. So let's say if I'm a student, when should I start thinking about applying for this program?
So the soonest you can apply for this particular program is actually while still in medical school. Okay. If you are a medical student and you have matched to a residency program, that's on our critical list, then you're more than welcome to apply for SELRP. And just to give you an idea, some of the programs that we have on our critical skills list right now are like family medicine, internal medicine, emergency medicine, psychiatry, geriatric medicine, urology, things like that. So those are the kind of occupations that we're specifically looking for. GI would be another one, and obviously internal medicine. So those kinds of positions, if you're matched to a residency during your final year of medical school, then yeah, you're more than welcome to go ahead and apply. So the real answer to the question is the sooner the better to apply. And even if you're not eligible, I'm going to say, hey, you're not eligible, but man, we'd love to have you apply next year, for example. Nice. Keep us on your radar because I've got money burn a hole in my pocket, and I'd love to help you pay down your med school debt.
Right. So, kind of with that being said, I know you kind of gave us a little bit some of the qualifications, especially being a medical student that's already been matched to residency.
Right.
But what are some of the other type of qualifications that are needed to be able to apply for this program?
So So in order to apply for this, obviously you must be currently enrolled or been accepted into an accredited residency program.
Okay.
We would prefer one of the programs that I mentioned that were critical. However, the VA will accept other specialties on an individual basis. So for example, let's say we find that a particular facility might be looking for a dermatologist, and the physician is interested in SELRP, then we'll go ahead and we'll offer them SELRP. We may not be able to give out 100 of them, but could we give out a couple of them? Yeah, we could. That those individuals just need to be a little more flexible as far as where they go. But as far as the qualifications go, they must be graduate from an accredited residency or fellowship. They must have graduated from an accredited U.S. LCME or COCA accredited medical school. Okay. And if not, then they must have passed the ECFMG for foreign medical graduates. And then at that particular point in time, they must also have medical school debt. Okay. And so under SELRP, I cannot give them more money than what they have medical debt. So if an individual has student loan debt from undergrad, and let's say a master's in public health, for example, and they went on to get their MD degree, under SELRP, the only thing I can give them money for reimburse as far as loan repayment goes is for medical school.
Okay, awesome. That's good information. So I know you kind of gave us some information today, but if I was a med student, or I feel like I was eligible for this program, where can I go to find out more about it?
You can Google SELRP, and that'll take you right to our website. I'm sure you guys are going to throw a link up or whatever it is in the chat or something like that to get to the site. It's long drawn out site. It's under the IntelliWorks, so I don't have it memorized. But if you Google SELRP, that'll take you right there.
Awesome. So one of my favorite questions I like to ask my guests is, what's your favorite thing about working at VA?
The people and the mission. I think that the caliber and the quality of the individuals that I work with are second to none. And as a disabled vet myself, I think about the mission that we do as far as taking care of our veterans, and I think SELRP goes a long way to be able to provide quality healthcare providers that are helping to take care of individuals such as myself.
Awesome. So I'm gonna put you on the spot here for a second. I like to do this to my guests that have served in the military. As I mentioned earlier, Mr. Back here, he is retired from the Air Force. So Rodney, what would you say was your absolutely favorite duty station, and why?
Well, I spent a lot of times. Well, I'll just say I was stationed in missiles at Ellsworth Air Force Base in Rapids, South Dakota, and I worked on ICBMs, and I just thought that was like the coolest job in the whole wide world. But at the same time, it was kind of a scary job too, knowing that we had that much power right there that we were working on that could destroy certain things. But the fact that job, we were a deterrent to keep the world safe, I thought was just like the coolest job.
Awesome. That's awesome. It's always good to get those interesting tidbits. See, and as Rodney and I were just talking, he was letting me know about his experience at that duty station. That's what's like going to VA. You walk into a VA facility talking to veterans, and you'll hear hundreds of these different stories of why people had their favorite duty station or what their favorite job was, and the different experiences that they had. So thank you for answering that question. And Rodney, thank you for joining us today. This is a very important program. The Specialty Education Loan Repayment Program, or SELRP. We thank you for coming on and give us the information. I know there are some people in the audience who either right now or in the future will see this program, and it'll definitely relate to them, and they're going to want to apply. So we thank you for coming and give us the information, Rodney. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me. And again, if there's any questions or whatever, you guys can always email me at rodney.back@va.gov with specific questions, and I'll definitely get back to you.
Awesome. So thank you. So again, if you're just watching or you caught the middle of the program, we were talking to Mr. Rodney Back. He's the program manager for the Specialty Education Loan Repayment Program. And if you have any questions about that specific program, leave those comments and questions in the comment section, or Rodney gave out his email address. So if you want to send him an email to get more information, feel free to do so. But guys, we thank you for watching us today. Again, as I mentioned earlier, today is my producer Ashley's birthday. So if you want to give her a birthday shout out, that'd be awesome. But with that, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next Tuesday on Talk About It Tuesday. Have a great day.
See you, everyone.